What's up, guys? Working on the 6.0 today. I'm going to show you guys how to make a smoke switch or wire in a smoke switch or remove one on a 6.0. Basically, you pretty much are tapping into your VGT solenoid. VGT solenoid is right here. This is the pigtail for it, and you're going to tap into the pigtail of your VGT solenoid. This was already done when I got the truck. I'm just going to kind of go over how it's set up now. I've already kind of redone some of it. You need to, I had to wire in a new pigtail up there, which is these newer looking wires. And that was, I don't know if you can see it in there. So we got one wire here, which that's still going to the factory wire. And this is the one, there's two wires coming out of the pigtail, and you're only going to tap into one. The other one stays factory. So you're only going to tap into one. So you take the one, you're going to run it over to your switch, which is the white wire here, and then you have your other wire going to the other end of the factory wire, and going back to your switch as well. So you're only tapping into one wire, you're kind of splitting one wire and then running it to your switch. So we got the white and green wires running, going over to there. Yeah. So then, rear in the cab now, and got the wires coming up in the firewall over there, and then you run them up to a switch here, to your switch, run them up over there to the switch. Not exactly, I'm guessing by wiring it like that, it kind of just interrupts the signal to the VGT solenoid, is what I'm guessing, as far as I configure. Either grounds it out or just interrupts the wire or the power going to it. So you're essentially just shutting off the electronic part of the VGT, and so it's pretty much just spooling like I think the vanes, from the best I can guess, I think the vanes still move, it's just that they're not electronically controlled anymore. So you lose the whistle and it gets a little laggy. That's kind of where the smoke comes from. Like I said, this was on the truck when I got it. To be honest with you, to me, so on the 6.0, when you make a smoke switch, it changes the sound. Essentially, when you hit the smoke switch on, you're putting the VGT essentially to 15%, or no, yeah, you're putting it to 15%, or you're closing the vanes, technically. So when you close the vanes, you lose all your whistle and just that rumble. There's no whistle. And to me, if it didn't change the sound, I wouldn't even have it, because that's the only cool part to me, is just changing the sounds. It sounds like a non-VGT turbo, pretty much. So a really different tone. It just sounds pretty cool with the smoke switch on. I guess it does smoke a little more, but really I don't care. So that's the only reason why I like it, is just how it changes sound. That's about it. And then kind of how I figure it, I don't know if this is actually true or makes sense, but to me, I don't know, with the smoke switch on the 6.0, I don't know if you're actually really hurting anything, because essentially all you're doing is turning off your turbo and just making it laggier, which is why it smokes. So I don't think you're actually like over fueling or changing, it's just dumping fuel. I think it's literally just lagging. So I think the only thing you probably could be hurting is your turbo. I don't even know if there's any proof behind that. But again, this is a play truck for me, so I don't really care. But I don't know if you're, like, I think on a 7.3 you tap, to make a so-called smoke switch, you tap into the map sensor, which I don't even know if it works, and I don't care if it works or not. But I think you'd still tap into the map sensor and it just kind of dumps fuel. So that, I think you'd be hurting the truck, because it's essentially over-fueling it. I think you can wash out a cylinder or something like that. So I don't know, that's kind of my logic behind it. I don't know if that's actually how it is or makes sense, but that's how I kind of think about it. So essentially 6L is about the only thing I'd even consider having it on, just for the sound, just for how it changes the sound. And that's about it. So yeah, but I just wanted to show you how it was set up now. And I'm gonna, like I said, I've already redone a couple connections. I don't know why there's connections over here. Whoever put it in must have needed some more wire, so ran 2 pieces there. But like I said, I've already redone some of it. So the only thing I gotta redo is that connection that's electrical taped there, and then just kind of tidy it up with some wire loom and protect the wires. Like I said, I've already got the new VGT pigtail wired in. So, and then getting to the part of removing it. If you were to buy a truck and it had a smoke switch on and you just had no desire for a smoke switch, you would essentially, unless someone has wired in a new pigtail, one factory wire should be completely untouched, and then the other one will be split like this one is, like this blue wire down here, right there, that blue wire, that's the factory wire. It's going to be split going to the other end, coming out of the VGT solenoid pigtail. So you just need to take out the wiring for the switch and remove the switch, and then in my case it'd be connecting the purple wire there for the new pigtail and connecting it back to the blue wire, and it'd be stock again. So that would be how you would remove it if you would want to, and that's about it. It's pretty simple, really. It's not a hard process. So I'm just going to redo that connection over there, and then redo, you can see some electrical tape on the switch. I'm going to pull that apart and see what's going on with that after I finish redoing the connections, and then I'll tidy it up with some wire loom, and I'll show you guys the finished product, and I'll show you how it works. Alright, so I got all the connections done. Just had to redo this one up here. That was it. Just using some crimp connectors with some heat shrink on them to keep everything protected. I just got to tidy everything up with some wire loom. Alright, so I got everything all tidied up with some wire loom. See in there, that wire loom all covering it up. Making sure that wire's all protected. Nothing's gonna rub through. Going all the way over. This is the boost gauge. So yeah, got it all wire loomed up, looking a lot cleaner. Running over to where it goes into the cab. 1 second, gotta grab my light here. But yeah, looking much better. See it going in the cab there. Got the wire loom going all the way through the cab, so it doesn't rub through right there. Also, I cleaned this up a bit. Ran on the battery to battery positive cable. Ran all new wire loom. Cleaned it up and put it back where it should be. Before it was sitting up here. It's supposed to be under there. Clean that up. It's all good to go now. Looks a lot better. And it's now in the cab. Let's see if we can see this. You can see, hang on a minute. So it's coming into the cab right there. You can see the wire loom extending into the cab a bit. Got some zip ties. Sorry, you can probably hear the train right next to the tracks here. So, but yeah, got it zip tied up a bit right there. And that electrical tape was covering a connection. For whatever reason, there was some kind of extension on that green wire. We just cut that off and wired it straight to the connectors up there. That's all good to go now. So yeah, that's pretty much, I guess that's how you make a smoke switch pretty much. Got mine all cleaned up, looking a lot better now. Don't have to worry about it. Wires rubbing through or bad connections. So, alright, now I'll go ahead and start it up and show you how it works. Alright, now I'm going to start it up so you can hear the sound difference with the smoke switch. I'm pretty much, like I said earlier, pretty much shuts off the electronic part of the VGT. And once you turn the smoke switch on, you lose the whistle. Just a rumble after that. So, go ahead and start it up. I'll start it with the smoke switch off, give it a couple of revs, and then I'll turn the smoke switch on, give it a couple of revs so you can hear how it sounds. Alright, smoke switch is off. It's got the whistle or the hiss. Lots of whistle. Turn the smoke switch on. No whistle, just a rumble. As you can hear, it's a lot louder with the smoke switch. Really sounds a lot different. I like it pretty much for that reason. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video. If you do, give me a like. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.